You're watching Culture Express on CCTV International. Welcome back. China is home to a rich trove of regional operas. Their works contain the highest expressions of history, daily life, religion, emotional turmoil, and human aspiration. But many works were abandoned during the 10-year Cultural Revolution from 1966 to 1976. Intent on saving and revivifying these precious cultural legacies, the government initiated the China Opera Festival. On today's Style Watch, we take a close look at how the 2 decades-old festival remains a major force for protecting marginalized Chinese opera.
Since ancient times, Suzhou has been a favored place for people to turn their backs from worldly affairs. World-weary politicians and scholars set up luxurious gardens. They led lives of refinement, immersed in art and music. Some, swept with inspiration, created operas based on life amid the gardens. Poetry, romance, elegant music, and beautiful surroundings integrated in what we now know today as Kunqiu Opera. Today, Kunqiu Opera, considered the pinnacle of Chinese regional operas, is recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage. Centuries after its emergence, Kunqiu Opera appears well on its way to renewed stature. In late 2007, Kunqiu became the focal image on the logo of the 10th China Opera Festival. Suzhou played the rotating host to the biennial event for the first time. Suzhou, as well as the city's renascent Kunqiu Opera, may point the way for ancient operas to survive the onslaught of modern entertainment. Still, the matter is not fully resolved, and sustaining the regional operas remains the vital challenge for the festival. During the 2-week-long event, 30 operas rooted in various regions were staged in Suzhou's theaters. Every year, the festival, which serves to highlight the country's cultural diversity, brings a languishing operatic genre under the spotlight. That niche at the 10th event was filled by the Gaojia Opera from Quanzhou City. Gaojia Opera emerged in southern China's Fujian province. It derives from an original street parade delivered in local dialect. It's considered as an atypical operatic style, best known for its painted faces, comedic actors called Qiujia. This same troupe entertained the late Premier Zhou Enlai in Beijing in 1955. The artist also caused a stir on their tour of Southeast Asia, where there are large groups of Fujian immigrants. However, the future of Gaojia Opera seems to be hanging by a thread as audiences dwindle.
一场戏无非也就是那么1000把块钱的利润。如果说成本一核算的话，把这个艺术人员的公司一摊入成本计算的话，你就越演越亏了，越演越亏了。那这里头当然呢，绝大部分是由我们当地财政这个经济上面给撑着，否则的话，我看这个也难以为继。
He described the sharp contrast between the present and with Chinese operas in their heyday hundreds of years ago. A show in a town square once could draw the entire population of a community from their houses. On the private stage, the opera provided lavish entertainment for the wealthy. However, tastes began to change, almost unnoticed. A survey conducted in 1950 showed 360 types of regional opera were performed around China. In 2005, the number declined to only 260. 100 local operas have gone extinct.
文化市场丰富多彩的观众，当然也就选择余地就多了。这个你强人所难不行。当然这里边，用我个人的观点来讲，在一段时间里面，政策上的引导、舆论上的引导，应该承认也有他自己的失误和偏差，所以造成了戏剧观众的失落。
In China, the plum blossom is conventionally taken as a metaphor for the successful opera artist. China set up the Plum Blossom Prize 2 decades ago to honor emerging and established opera talents. The awards ceremony is now a fixed highlight of the opera festival. Mao Weitao, director of Zhejiang Shaoxing Opera Troupe, was one of 2 winners of the 2007 Plum Blossom Grand Prize. It was her 3rd Plum Blossom, a rare achievement considering the wide spectrum of genres covered by the awards. The previous 2 lauded her as a brilliant Shaoxing opera actor. The 3rd one, however, was a tribute to her efforts to push the century-old opera across new frontiers.
我们中国人习惯看戏，但是他可能习惯看社戏、看广场艺术。 是一种民间的一种生存的一种现象，或者说像京剧，它是属于宫廷艺术的、天桥艺术的。那么，当它就是真正的全部要走进这样的全是安德鲁设计的这样的高雅的艺术殿堂的时候，我们怎么去走进去？
Mao Weitao claims that no opera is immune to changing tastes. Though Shaoxing opera has a cult following in China, Mao has worked diligently to add new twists and to appeal to new audiences. Her years of exploration were encapsulated in Kong Yi Ji, a new play created by Mao in 2006. It was based on a story about a destitute scholar in feudal China. Thus, it breaks away from the traditional romance-centered formula. More striking, the whole play was visually enhanced by modern choreography and technology.
剧场艺术它是必须要有创造的，要有生命力的，要崭新的，要能够有打动今天人的人文价值和人文精神在里头的。所以在继承前人的基础之上。 一定会要有创新，但是创新是在对传统艺术一种非常敬畏的前提之下。
Most of us would believe traditional operas have been overswept by the dust of history. Thanks to those devoted artists who are working to restore the shine to the opera, modern audiences are learning, little by little, about this gem among the performing arts.